Comfort is a warm blanket, soft, inviting, and so easy to slip into. But Machiavelli saw the hidden cost of its embrace, the quiet softening of the spirit, the slow dimming of the fire within. Tonight we sit in that hush, feeling the gentle lure of ease and its quiet undoing. Because strength is not born in the safety of the familiar, but in the rough hands of challenge. And in that gentle seeing, we remember that sometimes the harder road is the one that wakes us from our sleep. Imagine embarking on a journey into the heart of comfort, a realm that cradles us with its warmth, yet quietly whispers warnings of weakness, as observed by Machiavelli long ago. In a world layered with conveniences, the gentle embrace of comfort often masquerades as sanctuary, creating walls that protect yet simultaneously imprison us. We step onto a path that reveals this paradox, navigating the delicate balance between the soothing allure of security and the quiet strength birthed from adversity. Comfort often masquerades as our ultimate goal, coaxing us into cocoons woven with soft furnishings and technological marvels. With these, life's rigours fade into the background, seemingly far removed from our immediate reach. Yet within these comforts lurk unseen barriers, shielding us from the very struggles that catalyse growth. In constructing fortresses of ease and stability, we risk becoming captives, the walls of our comfort zones subtly constraining our evolution. Echoing him, Machiavelli cautions us against the numbing effect of security. A life too sheltered obscures the creative energy once forged in the fires of challenge. By overly safeguarding against life's uncertainties, we may limit our ability to adapt, innovate, and truly discover ourselves. Visualize a bird in a gilded cage, each provision met, yet denied the thrill of open skies. Like the bird, we too fall into comfort's embrace, content within a microcosm of ease, our wings clipped by indulgence. The horizons blur and the allure of exploration fades, replaced instead by a veneer of fulfillment that conceals profound stagnation beneath. The modern conveniences we cherish, instant connectivity, climate control, ready sustenance, craft a facade of satisfaction, yet shield us from life's testing moments, the very crucibles that forge psychological resilience and deeper self-awareness. There exists ancestral wisdom in recalling times when life demanded endurance and resilience. Our forebears, steeped in uncertainty, thrived through ingenuity and adaptability. History bears witness to humanity's capacity to overcome hardship, framed not by ease but by triumph over adversity. This wisdom reminds us that authentic contentment lies not in continual ease but in navigating challenges with grace. Modern comforts, though appealing, often gloss over this truth, prioritizing rest above the primal satisfaction of rising to life's trials. Our world revels in conveniences, transforming laborious tasks into effortless gestures, while liberating, these transform domestic sanctuaries into padded confines, where complacency thrives instead of craftsmanship. We become both architect and inmate, our experiences bound by padded confines. As the need for critical thinking wanes alongside increasing reliance on automated conveniences, this evolution curtails the boundless journey of the mind, where innovation might have otherwise flourished. The instinct to avoid hardship resides deep, urging us to flee discomfort for safety. Yet within this instinct grows the seed of complacency, akin to a river devoid of stones eroding its banks, leading to a stale harmony. Machiavelli observed that absent struggle, resilience falters. Forfeiting hardship forgoes the honing of abilities and crafts lives of untapped potential. The absence of adversity stifles innovation and allows growth to wither. Acknowledging this dynamic opens an avenue for growth, embracing hardship not as an adversary, but as an ally. The once vigilant warrior now slumbers beneath the layered comforts we amass. The alertness that once ensured survival withers, dulled by promised safety. This dormancy costs cultivation of self-awareness and creativity, a loss of our connection to an impetus that historically propelled progress. Reawakening this slumbering strength is vital for confronting life's complexities and reclaiming resilience. Conformity disguises itself as an ally, aligning with comfort to promise unity. Yet yielding fully tightens comfort's soft cage, constraining individuality and growth. By choosing paths dictated by societal constructs, we forgo a pioneering spirit. This sacrifice reveals comfort's true cost, hindering personal narrative's evolution in favour of the familiar. Security and comfort, though seemingly synonymous, remain a mirage, a distraction from life's inherent uncertainties. Machiavelli warns of vulnerability in relying too heavily on perceived safety, leaving us exposed to unforeseen threats. Society's advancement craves security, but often at the expense of life's unpredictability, draining our days of their vibrant meaning. Confronting this illusion may naturally stir resistance, clinging to the status quo with fervour. Resistance enforces comfort's defences, delaying transformation. However, by recognising resistance as a gateway to inquiry, we confront the illusions that bind, allowing alternatives to surface. Daring to embrace discomfort invites change, fragments comfort's facade, and welcomes self-mastery's return. As this chapter draws to a close, reawakening emerges, urging recognition of comfort's risks. Machiavelli's insights become guides, encouraging liberation from padded confines toward resilience. Engaging with discomfort, challenging the status quo, and introspecting invites profound awareness. This reawakening beckons, encouraging a journey marked by inquiry, challenge, and courage, exploring life's vast possibilities. In the quiet embrace of a life untouched by turmoil, where each day flows seamlessly into the next without disturbance, the allure of serenity is palpable. It is a promise of unbroken tranquility, a canvas painted in soothing pastels, where discord is but a distant echo. Yet, as with all things seemingly idyllic, what appears to be a refuge may conceal a deeper longing, a soul longing for the vibrant hues forged only by life's challenges. This quiet existence, devoid of friction, may seem tranquil at first, but soon unveils itself as a monotonous landscape, where vitality is drained by the absence of struggle that ignites our inner strengths. When life ceases to stretch our boundaries, our reserves of resilience grow dormant, their sharp edges worn smooth by the sands of unchallenged days. It is the presence of adversity that calls forth our resourcefulness, creativity, and inner fortitude. Without its demanding presence, we risk slipping into a state of languid inertia, where ideas stagnate and creativity is stifled. Beneath the guise of peace lies a deeper malaise, a sterile agreement with contentment that lacks the necessary sparks for growth. Our innate drive to overcome and thrive amidst uncertainty remains unkindled, leaving a life untouched by zest, where solace may be the gilded cage of our own undoing. Comfort, a word synonymous with achievement and peace, can stealthily transform into an anchor that halts our progression. Without the push of external struggles, Routines become repetitive loops, maintaining stasis rather than fostering growth. Comfort in moderation offers a space for reflection and rest. Yet without the spur of challenge, this sanctuary becomes a suffocating expanse where potential gasps for breath. Struggle uncovers hidden reserves of strength, demanding innovation and adaptability. The very fuel of self-discovery. Embraced too tightly, comfort lulls exploration into complacency, extinguishing the urgency that drives self-improvement and understanding. The true progression lies at the junction where comfort meets challenge, forging new dimensions of the self in its crucible of discomfort. In tranquility's embrace, the spark of motivation dims, its once bright flame flickering faintly in the absence of necessity. When life's essentials are assured, the compulsion to grow, learn and expand becomes quietly undermined. Satisfaction in comfort weaves a false sense of sufficiency. A pinnacle built on complacency, the shadows of unrealized dreams stretching long and silent. In contrast, ambition demands the nourishment of adversity. Challenges ignite a drive that idle contentment cannot sustain, fueling passion, innovation, and a life vibrantly engaged. The intellect, much like a fine blade, requires constant honing, tested against the whetstone of challenge. A constant state of comfort dulls the mind, stifling the seeds of curiosity and analytical precision. The art of critical thinking thrives when faced with complexity and adversity. Without these trials, curiosity withers under the weight of repetition, accepting the status quo rather than seeking deeper truths. True intellectual sharpness emerges from the dynamic dance of ideas that confront and reshape perspectives. A dance comfort disrupts, rendering the mind passive. Revitalizing the fire of curiosity demands stepping into uncertainty, where new ideas unfold and adaptability reigns supreme. In a life steeped in ease, resistance to change solidifies, fortifying walls against the unknown. Stability, once a sanctuary, becomes rigidity, sealing off the heart and mind from the fluid dance of existence. Change, met with trepidation rather than anticipation, finds a barrier. Resilience, however, is born through adapting to life's ebb and flow, demanding flexibility and courage to embrace the unpredictable. Rather than fear change, embracing it allows one to remain agile, viewing it as an opportunity for renewal. It is within the struggle of discomfort that resilience is woven into the very fabric of our being, a necessary evolution for thriving amidst life's grand tapestry. Emotional stagnation mirrors this physical and intellectual inertia, leaving emotions static and uninspired without the contrast that bring life its texture. Emotions need movement and growth, fostered in experiences that challenge and provoke introspection. The fires of emotional resilience are stoked in adversity, imparting lessons in empathy, patience, and depth. Struggle invites transformation, nurturing an emotional capacity beyond the boundaries of comfort, allowing a full spectrum of experience to enrich the heart. In the gentle folds of comfort lies the tragedy of untapped potential, a silent lament shaded by unfulfilled ambitions. Within this ease, the seeds of greatness linger unrealized, yearning for adversity to nurture their bloom. By clinging to comfort, one may unwittingly bypass transformative experiences that grant life its vivid hues and profound meanings. It is through the courage to step beyond safety that one's depths are explored, revealing potential vast and uncharted. Creativity, a force thriving amidst uncertainty, also retreats into silence within the security of comfort. The impulse to innovate wilts without the stimulus of change, leaving creativity muted, tapering into the repetition of ideas rather than the emergence of new horizons. Discomfort, however, propels creativity forward, transforming challenge into a canvas for innovation, a testament to imagination's boundless nature. It is in the forges of struggle that creativity dances freely, unrestrained by comfort and driven by necessity. In comfort, the fabric of connection wears thin. A life of ease diminishes the motivation for deep bonds, fostering autonomy that prizes detachment. Yet, true connections, those forged and strengthened through shared trials, are rich with meaning. In adversity, community blossoms, interdependence, the tender growth from collective resilience. Stepping beyond comfort fosters bonds, allowing a harmonious balance of independence and interdependence to richly weave the tapestry of existence. Thus, the sterile peace of inaction calls us to seek balance between the comfort of the familiar and the vibrant tumult of challenge. Comfort becomes a moment of rest amid the dynamic pursuit of life's complexities. Engaging in both allows for a richly fulfilling existence, where ease rejuvenates and challenge moulds our essence. Comfort and struggle, allies rather than adversaries, dance together in the quest for growth as we navigate the journey toward balance, embracing life's intrinsic wholeness. In the gentle embrace of night, the ancient watchman stood resolute, sensing the whispers of the wind, eyes ever alert to the shadow's dance. Their vigilance was the silent hymn of safety, a melody that cradled those who slept in peace. Yet as time ripples forward, wrapped in the soft fabric of modern comfort, we find ourselves shying away from this age-old duty. The urgency to remain watchful has waned, a forgotten art in the current soft lull, where the hum of everyday ease lulls our instincts into a dulled slumber. Our minds, once attuned to the subtle call of danger, drift in this sea of tranquility, unanchored to the tides of change. The erosion of vigilance, slow and serene, intertwines with our being like a creeping vine, unseen yet entwining. Stress, once a noble ally in awareness, is cast aside, its benefits masked by fear of discomfort. Thus, we find ourselves blind to the gentle murmur of life's shifting patterns, detached from the primal skills that told tales of survival in every breath. Instincts, those silent companions guiding us through the maelstrom of existence, once danced like flames on a winter's night. Today they wither under the perpetual glow of convenience. Fading like parchment left forgotten, our instincts echo a gentle lament. No longer do they thrive amidst danger's embrace. Instead they lie dormant, whispered fragments waiting to awaken. The unswerving comfort of modernity muffles these once vivid voices, steering us towards a quiet dependency, a mirage of progress untouched by true adaptation. Complacency weaves invisible chains around our spirit. This soothing sedative, born from luxury's cradle, nudges us to settle for good enough. Exploration yields to familiarity, veils curiosity, stalling growth like a river turned stagnant. To break free is to stir the embers of resilience, asking us to question the paths we tread with unconscious repetition. As silent narratives from ancient stories remind us, the journey beyond known horizons is rich with possibility, where discomfort reignites our ability to explore and truly see. Perception, our sharp lens on reality, belies its clarity when couched in comfort. In comfort's embrace, the discerning eye retreats, blinded by ease's comforting blur. Through this narrowing scope, reality bends, misinterpreted by biases born of indulgence, painting mere shadows where once stood truths. To rediscover clarity is to invite adversity, not as foe, but as guide, unearthing life's deepest lessons from beneath discomfort's rugged veil. Challenges sing a siren song often ignored in favour of life's serene rhythms. Yet these trials mould and define us, a truth Machiavelli glimpsed through the veil of history. The absence of challenge does not grant peace, but a poignant yearning stirs within. The spirit's call for transformation, for growth shaped by the crucible of life's grand stage. To embrace challenge is to don the cloak of courage, melting chains of complacency into paths of enlightenment. The temptation of security, with its illusory promise, casts a shadow where strength might grow. As Machiavelli intoned, true wisdom lies in embracing the potential chaos behind the facade. Discomfort is not to fear, but to cherish. A sculptor's tool, shaping the resilient spirit. Relinquishing the dream of absolute safety allows growth's true power to be known, revealing life's uncertainties as companions on the journey, not adversaries. Discomfort, the uncelebrated educator, reveals insights buried within our depths. In cultures revering ease, it is easily eschewed. Yet the courage to explore discomfort is the key to awakening dormant potential and fostering awareness and adaptability. An invitation to vulnerability, discomfort prompts re-evaluation, replacing predictability with fortitude. In its embrace, the soul becomes an intrepid seeker of truth, mind fertile and alive to the vibrancy of life's capricious journey. To synchronize with life's ceaseless motion is to attune to its unpredictable symphony. In comfort's embrace, we risk drifting from this dynamic melody, failing to engage in the eternal dance of change. Mindfulness invites us back into this rhythmic tapestry, weaving harmony where stagnation once threatened. Here, we remember life's essence is not in the placidity, but in active engagement with its untamed beauty. Reinvention asks for a deliberate step into the unknown, where vigilance thrives, ever tuning a wheel of growth. The architecture of this choice, Machiavelli's lesson echoes, demands shedding the old to harvest resilience anew. Through discomfort's embrace, we craft narratives rich with revelation, recalling a truth as ancient as the stars, a vast, eternal quest for the soul's authentic resonance. In this sacred narrative, the soul wakes, its quest inexhaustible, driven by authenticity, courage, and robust resilience. This awakening, nurtured by challenge, transcends fear to embrace growth, returning to roots once whispered by the winds. Comfort, Machiavelli taught, should frame the canvas, upon which life's variegated hues of challenge paint extraordinary stories of strength, clarity, and timeless understanding. Here lies a journey, a melody of perpetual becoming, where inner truths delicately unfurl like ancient mist. In the gentle twilight of our desires, luxury calls like a distant whisper, promising ease with its siren song. At first it seems a harmless indulgence, a mere tap on the shoulder, yet it conceals a deeper treachery, transforming desire into dependency. Modern comforts spread like a silken veil, softening edges, convincing us of their necessity. Once a mark of progress, these indulgences now sculpt our decisions, moulding paths of least resistance. The tender appreciation for simplicity withers, replaced by a perpetual cycle of want, amassing things that glitter but do not glow within. Amidst this velvety despotism lies a tyranny that, ever so softly, dictates our lives. Once optional luxuries insidiously plant roots within our expectations, reframing our values until the distinction between need and desire blurs. In this silent captivity, decisions pivot around the axis of comfort, evading the discomforts that craft our resilience. The sheen of indulgence deceives, obscuring the atrophy of willpower and essence. Machiavelli might whisper to us in the quiet of night, true power resides not in indulgence, but in mastering its silken grasp. Luxury's allure tips life towards short-lived joys over deep fulfillment. It invites us into a dance of fleeting gratifications where immediate pleasures eclipse enduring purpose. Society heralds luxury as an emblem of success, a gleaming beacon, yet it overlooks the hollow echoes it leaves behind. Caught in this celebration of abundance, we may unconsciously chase appearances, sacrificing meaningful triumphs or authentic relationships. Despite apparent victories, a void lingers, an existential chasm between outer sheen and inner completeness. This race for immediate delight spirals into a cycle without end, a disparity between who we are and what we own. Reliance on luxury limits our ability to adapt, leaving us unguarded against life's turning tides. No longer does adversity build us. Instead, comfort constructs a fragile fortress, cracking at adversity's first touch. Without trials to fortify our spirit, challenges feel insurmountable. Yet within this paradox lies a bright truth. Liberation from luxury's grip can awaken genuine strength and freedom, once heralded by Machiavellian wisdom. Luxurious brightness crafts an enticing mirage of fulfillment, a vision that dims upon scrutiny. Temporary satisfaction under luxury's radiant spell does not feed the soul's deeper cravings, but the idea that abundance equals happiness endures until the novelty dissipates, leaving a ghostly whisper of pleasure behind. In this endless pursuit for new indulgences, a void yawns, ever thirsty for more. Consumption, a ritual in its own right, becomes an endless chase, echoing an everlasting thirst. Seeking satisfaction through luxury mirrors, a chase after the horizon, always in view but forever unattainable. True fulfillment requires stepping beyond these silken facades, embracing connections, achievements, and self-actualization, untarnished by material sheen. This awakening calls for a shift in desires towards those that nourish deeply, aligning with the Machiavellian call for clear-eyed realism and purpose. Immersing in luxury fosters dependency, weaving a net that arrests autonomy and self-determination. What begins as enhancement slowly commands choices and priorities, drawing power from inner resolve to ephemeral indulgence. This dependency entangles identity with possessions, obscuring true self-awareness and aspiration. As the web tightens, agency wanes, and resilience stumbles under the gilded weight of perishable comforts. Until the path of purpose distills from luxury's distractions, meaningful pursuits remain veiled. Simplicity offers a counterbalance, revealing life's essence through minimalist principles. Stripping away excess, it centers on personal joy and purpose, without rejecting comforts outright. This intentional shift from acquisition to appreciation crafts a landscape of resilience and adaptability, anchoring fulfillment in self-awareness and genuine connection. In this shift lies the realization that luxury's superficial splendor need not define us. Instead, the journey towards authenticity begins by embracing passions that resonate with heart and spirit. Such endeavors demand vulnerability and courage, but the rewards of profound satisfaction and well-being are immeasurable. Simplicity's embrace shines as a beacon against luxury's dominance, promoting liberation and authenticity. Favoring quality over quantity, it nurtures clarity, fostering a more profound connection with self and the world. Chosen deliberately, this path underscores Machiavellian insights on virtues of simplicity and preparedness, reclaiming agency from the subtle tyranny of indulgence. It invites a serene existence, focused on self-determined values. As pathways to purpose beckon, they demand engaging with core values and passions, aligning daily actions with profound aspirations. This journey, imbued with fulfillment beyond luxury's fleeting highs, invites us to forge connections with ourselves and the world, navigating life not as subjects of indulgence, but as sovereign creators of destiny. Such is the art of a life well lived, echoing Machiavellian thoughts on self-mastery and resilience, unfurling under the stars of wisdom and authenticity. In a world swathed in the soft embrace of perpetual comfort, the spirit of adventure often rests in a gentle slumber. Once survival demanded courage, an indispensable trait. Our ancestors journeyed across untamed lands, navigating perilous terrains and fierce adversaries to survive. Yet in today's landscape of ease, the relentless drive to confront and overcome has quietly dwindled. Here, the illusion of unending safety lulls the heart, crafting a fragile shield that remains untested. Life, with its inherent unpredictabilities, awaits not our convenience, turning complacency into a silent thief of our emotional resilience. In the comfort zone's gentle grasp, a siren's song whispers softly, an ode to avoidance cloaked in modern guise. Sophisticated escapes abound, inviting us to substitute action with escapism. Streaming services weave our evenings into lazy tapestries. Algorithms shape our perspectives into echo chambers of agreement, while digital conveniences bypass discomfort. Slowly, step by step, our once adventurous paths morph into cautious detours away from disquiet. The hearty sting of winter's air, once a bracing challenge to senses and spirit, fades into oblivion within climate-controlled confines that offer no contrast, no fortitude, building friction. Our modern preference for avoidance over action erodes not only personal bravery but the very foundation of perseverance. Discomfort's once clear signals slip unnoticed beneath an enlarging threshold, hidden in the mundane. Difficult decisions, career risks, and self-reflection all fade from the landscape of courageous action. Bit by bit, intolerance for challenges tightens its grip, and life's vast canvas shrinks, its vibrant peaks replaced with narratives of neatly dodged adversities. Yet within uncertainty's tangled weave lies a hidden promise, beckoning us to rediscover the flame of courage. Human evolution is a testament to resilience forged amidst unpredictability. Though landscapes have transformed, the call remains, a choice to ignite dormant courage and dance with life's fluid shadows. Embracing the unknown nurtures vitality. It is here courage blossoms, not reactively but proactively. As we embrace life's uncertainties, courage transcends fear, becoming a companion, sculpting each step on the path to fortitude and exploration. The construct of security often masquerades as a guardian, while quietly fashioning shackles around a once vibrant will. This is born from the genuine desire for safety, yet frequently becomes a gilded cage in which potential courage lies dormant. We build barricades to ward off chaos, but in doing so, remove growth's necessary friction. Ironically, the walls intended to shield us suffice only to stifle inner journeys toward transformation. From understanding this duality of security's sword, emerges the realization that life's unpredictability defies fortresses, and courage liberates when we dismantle these facades. In acknowledging life's discomfort, we redefine resilience. Beyond comfort lies an opportunity to see courage not just as resistance to fear, but as the life spark driving us in the embrace of growth's challenges. When comfort stops being our ultimate aim, resilience roots itself in the terrain of discomfort, evolving courage into a life-sustaining beacon. In places where courage appears defeated, resilience steps forth as more than remedy. It becomes a committed choice to face growth with boldness. Courage rekindles continuously, reshaping resilience into an unyielding ally on the path of spirit transformation. Within us, the legacy of ancient explorers stirs, a sacred call to step from familiar confines into the wilderness of possibility. It demands a rekindling of courage, unshackling ourselves to walk fearlessly into uncharted terrains. Ancient instincts awaken, leading us towards discovery, not only of lands but of self. We hold the primal spirit of exploration still, embracing uncertainty with hearts open to life's uncertain roads. Engaging such courage ensures that our journey transcends physical landscapes, entering realms of the heart and soul. Courage is not solely the act of facing the external unknown. Deep within, the truest test of courage lies in meeting our own shadows with grace. Facing inner darkness, a journey Jungian psychology deems pivotal, we seek self-love and acceptance. This inward gaze demands resilience and vulnerability, allowing us to harmonize inner discord through a dialogue of light and shadow. Courage here fuels authentic living, nurturing the soul's quiet strength and helping us become whole. Within the dance of fear and freedom lies a truth. Courage elegantly bridges the two, transforming fear into freedom. Fear tested invites courage to rise, fueling a journey toward liberation. Courage, woven with intention, crafts true freedom. Not empty of fear, but rising above it, a courageous hand reaching through life's parameters. As courage extends these boundaries, we learn not to suppress fear, but to see it as a newfound ally. In this dance, fear is a catalyst, returning courage with conviction and charting real paths through life's delicate tapestry. In a gentle lull of serenity, comfort weaves its spell, creating a cocoon that shields us from the whirlwinds of existence. Yet beneath the surface of this calm allure lies a subtle tyranny, a lulling melody that quiets the adventurous spirit and lulls it into a deep slumber. Without obstacles to overcome, the soul's inherent drive to explore and evolve recedes, retreating into a rhythm of minimal effort and repetition in place of bold innovation. Complacency whispers softly, quelling cries for change and pushing creativity into forgotten echoes. This ennui not only impedes personal growth, but also erodes societal progress. A generation cocooned in comfort risks passing down mere shadows of inspiration, lacking the fiery ambition needed for creative advancement. When individuals tether themselves to their comfort zones, the collective curiosity essential for societal evolution wanes. Our cultural tapestry, left unchallenged, becomes a static tableau, beautifully serene yet profoundly stagnant, diluting the vigour of inquiry and favouring the security of the known over the transformative power of innovation. In a realm free of conflict, necessity, the mother of invention, loses her voice. Without pressing problems, creativity finds itself adrift, lulled into dormancy by illusions of stability. Struggle, the ferment of new ideas, becomes barren ground within which original thought finds no purchase, and without the churn of necessity, societies risk losing their adaptive narratives. Consider the profound impact of problem solving across history. Each innovation arose from a challenge faced, whether the wheel reshaping mobility or digital technologies redefining communication. Such advancements were ignited by need. Yet in today's readily available comforts, intrinsic motivation wanes, leaving individuals as echoes in the corridors of potential, treading familiar paths rather than forging new trails. Ambition finds its most potent expression when unshackled by comfort. Discomfort fuels the desire for new horizons where creative impulses can flourish. And paradoxically, adversity often serves as its catalyst. By embracing the trials that discomfort brings, individuals push beyond established limits, transforming thought-provoking questions into solutions that blaze new trails. Ambition is like a flame. It requires fuel, oxygen, and heat. Without the spark of discomfort, intellect seldom reaches full potential. Only through addressing discomfort do we uncover our core aspirations, allowing ambition to engage with the unknown, transforming not only personal fulfillment, but also the broader tapestry of human achievement. Curiosity, the harbinger of creativity, urges us to question, explore, and reinvent meaning in our lives. Comfort tempers this curiosity, damping it into dormancy. In this state, resistance to engage with the unfamiliar leads to the erosion of resilience against change. Absent challenge, curiosity hesitates at thresholds, hindering the journey to creative resilience. Yet, through the quest for understanding, we develop the fortitude to celebrate nuanced discoveries. The art of inquiry bridges the known and unknown, and in its absence, creativity risks becoming mechanized, devoid of artistry. True resilience surfaces when creativity embraces discomfort, turning obstacles into growth opportunities, allowing individuals and cultures to redefine and revive their paradigms continually. In the silence where complacency reigns, dreams dim, deprived of vitality. Comfort, though soothing, confines the dreamer to familiar terrain, stifling visionary thought. The raw realm of darkness, the challenges and unknowns, nurtures dreams that defy and transcend comfort's bounds. Like seeds germinating in darkness, dreams often require periods of challenge to break free. Comfort cocoons dreams within softly familiar confines, but they thrive in spaces where they can confront their shadows. Only through discomfort do we awaken to the potential, unleashing creativity to propel dreams from imaginings into transformative realities. Within comfort's relentless sameness lurks a trap, a steady rhythm that reduces curiosity to passivity. Challenges spark imagination, prompting curiosity to wander uncharted territories. Yet, absent discomfort, curiosity weakens, turning inwards. The potential for novel ideas wanes, reflecting only the comfort of familiar horizons. Engaging with the world demands curiosity's restless participation, a perpetual hunger for discovery, unrestrained by familiar understanding. Comfort fosters satisfaction with the known, curbing the natural inclination to pursue curiosity beyond comfort zones. As curiosity atrophies, so does potential innovation, leading society into stagnation. Intuition, the silent guide born of experience, becomes stifled amidst the silence of an unchallenged realm. While comfort demands little, creativity remains dormant as intuition's dynamic insights remain trapped in predictable patterns. Challenges unfetter intuition's potential, revealing paths to ambiguous possibilities. Without sharpening intuitive skills, individuals miss the chance to unlock wisdom that can transform stagnation into vivacious directions. By confronting the unknown, Intuition guides individuals in illuminating new pathways. Comfort denies creative synthesis, the capacity to merge perspectives into a harmonious aggregate. Absent the friction of challenge, this alchemy remains untapped, stymied by familiar paradigms. Engaging in creative synthesis necessitates transcending comfort zones, confronting juxtaposed ideas key to transformative innovation. True synthesis opens minds to diverse viewpoints, fostering exploration where innovation is born. Anchored to the predictable, we miss convergent moments where creativity transcends boundaries, manifesting new paths in dynamic growth and interconnected creativity. Embracing creativity within comfort necessitates rebelling against apathy, a decision to navigate uncharted realms where discomfort begets growth. Comfort moulds silence within innovation's calls, but rebellion bursts forth with originality, ensuring that inspiration and transformation prevail. Through defying stasis, this rebellion revives creativity, transforming silence into an orchestra of possibilities and balancing comfort with progress. Ultimately, unchallenged comfort must cede to unbounded creativity, a legacy celebrating the human spirit's ability to stretch beyond known realms toward an expansive tapestry of possibilities. By channeling discomfort into inspiration, nurturing curiosity, and shaping our journey, we define collective narratives, guiding humanity forward. Creativity released from comfort's chains becomes a beacon, illuminating unexplored paths, crafting a legacy of dynamic ingenuity and conscious evolution. With vulnerability and exploration, we recognize a promising horizon, abundant with discovery and transformation, forging an active invitation toward discomfort that invites us into the vibrant unknown, a realm where possibilities awaken and creativity reshapes the contours of existence. In the quiet dance of history, adversity emerges as the crucible from which true leadership is born, shaping the timid into titans through the demanding embrace of trials and tribulations. It is here within the tumultuous whirlwinds of struggle that leaders are sculpted with the chisel of experience. A leader's essence is honed in the fires of difficulty, where instincts sharpen and resilience blooms. This path, though arduous, imbues leaders with the depth, wisdom, and insight needed to guide others through the labyrinthine challenges of life. Devoid of such trials, a life of untested ideals often leaves leadership as mere silhouettes of power, thin and unformed, unable to bear the weight of genuine crises. The power that sleeps unchallenged gathers dust, appearing as a mirage in the desert of complacency. To Machiavelli, the illusion of untested power is beguiling, a spectre that lures with ease but holds no true substance. In this serene illusion, the rootsome complacency take hold, and the faculties that once catapulted leaders to prominence grow sluggish. True power unfurls its wings in the face of adversity, yet without challenges. Leaders drift like vessels without anchors in seas becalmed, hidden vulnerabilities lurking beneath the facade of control. In turbulent times, the illusion fades, and those leaders who have not trodden the thorn-laden path find their substance wanting, their influence slipping like sand through trembling fingers. Leadership cultivated solely in the fertile lands of theory often stumbles when faced with the wild unpredictability of the real world. Detached from experience, theoretical leaders create frameworks that are brittle, unable to withstand the winds of reality. Academic insights may provide initial whispers of understanding, but without the storms of real-world trials, leaders find themselves adrift, navigating by stars they have never truly seen. This disconnect dilutes authenticity, while those led by them yearn for a tale woven with the gold of genuine experience. Untested ideals echo through the chambers of leadership like distant reverberations, where rhetoric parades as reality, unchallenged by the trials that ground them in the soil of genuine human experience. Ideals are the guiding stars for principled leadership, magnificent yet remote, risk losing their shine without the hard-earned legitimacy forged through the crucible of practice. Without the hammer of experience, ideals grow rigid, unbending before the needs of the moment as longing for change meets the unyielding walls of inadequately tested visions. Followers, craving authenticity, slowly disengage, as distrust casts its shadow upon leaders who, in their steadfast adherence to static ideals, forget the evolving song of their communities. Comfort and ease, like perennial summer, can erode the authority inherent in leadership. When a leader resides in the lush valley of comfort, they risk becoming mere ornaments of title rather than vessels of genuine influence. The urgency that propels leaders through life's challenges diminishes in a landscape of too much ease, instincts dulled by the unrelenting caress of comfort. Creativity wanes, innovation stifled under the gentle weight of complacency. In environments bereft of challenge, leadership vision dims, followers seeking sparks that can only be found where ease has not laid its languid hand. In the vast expanse of uncertainty, the true legacy of a leader is written in bold strokes. Effective leadership dances deftly with the unpredictability inherent to the human experience, transforming chaos into opportunity. Leaders steeped in the wisdom of adversity emerge as beacons in storm-touched seas, their legacy sown not just in words, but in enduring fortitude that calms troubled tides. Through empathy and intuitive understanding, they master the intricate dance of conflicting interests, bringing harmony where discord once reigned. Silent introspection becomes an invaluable companion, guiding leaders with a soft whisper through the corridors of self-awareness. Engaging with their inner selves, leaders lay bare their strengths and weaknesses, shedding the illusions of infallibility for the lighter garb of authenticity. This journey inward nurtures emotional intelligence, empathy, and accountability, weaving trust into the fabric connecting leaders to those they guide. Adversity stands as a potent catalyst, urging leaders to reimagine the very essence of their roles, to paint anew with the vibrant colours of growth and innovation. Here lies the fertile ground for adaptive thinking, where old constraints melt away, giving rise to strategies unbound by convention. As leaders navigate these transformative landscapes, their eyes open wider, embracing the intricacies of human struggle and triumph. Leadership in its purest form transcends power to bridge the sacred tapestry of human experience. Transformational leaders recognize that their worth is not dictated by rank, but founded upon their shared humanity. Such leaders draw strength from the collective dreams and aspirations of their followers, journeying hand in hand through the trials of existence. To embark on the path of leadership transformation is to embrace perpetual evolution. It requires the courage to step into the unknown, seeking growth in every trial, and welcoming each moment as a sacred opportunity to learn. With wisdom garnered through reflection and feedback, leaders recalibrate, align with the shifting needs of the world, and cultivate a compassionate vision that inspires collective empowerment. Through the echoes of transformation, leaders etch their legacy into the hearts of generations, a testament to the enduring dance with adversity that illuminates the path of wholeness. In the warm embrace of comfort, where contentment fades into complacency, lies a hidden precipice. This gentle descent into complacency begins with satisfaction, disguising itself as achievement and societies, basking in prosperity, quietly begin to drift. The reassuring lullaby of an unwarranted assurance whispers the lie of invincibility, as the collective spirit, once daring and relentless, grows tepid and incapable of recalls. This chapter invites you to the paradox of comfort. The more a society courts ease without the sober encounter of challenge, the blinder it becomes to the treacherous chasm from which it first climbed, and the precarious ledge upon which it now stands. As foresight dims, warnings languish unheeded amid the comfort of abundance, coddling instincts once honed for vigilance. History offers us warning shadows, reminding that unchecked comfort dulls our connections between heart and mind, blinding both individuals and societies to the subterranean currents of change. In their opulent cocoon, civilizations lose sight of lurking external threats and internal frailties, seeds of potential collapse waiting for the gentlest breeze. A myth weaves through this ease, whispering of eternal stability while shrouding us in dangerous complacency. The belief that present comfort is a never-ending tapestry allows a dangerous complacency to fester. Though transience should sober us, denial of time's inevitable erosion inflates our hubris. Meanwhile, societies lulled by the myth of permanence forsake history's mandate for vigilance, mistaken in their belief that their line of prosperity is unbroken and unending. The narrative of continual stability seduces, blinding us from recognizing that the strength of thriving cultures is forged from constant vigilance and effort. In the silence where comfort reigns, cognitive dissonance whirls, a dissonance between the awareness of fragility and the sweet denial of it. This psychological chasm emerges when comfort becomes the norm. The mind double binds itself in a tension of dissonant truths. We choose silence, suppressing necessary knowledge beneath the guise of contentment. Here lies a lineage, indifferent to the calls for adaptation, writing its own eulogy. By reconciling this divide, a path opens, a path towards conscious evolution. A relinquishing not seen as loss, but as renewal, and an embrace of necessary adaptation. Prosperous societies plant seeds of their own, forgetting in the loss of memory, susceptible to cultural amnesia as comfort rises. The legacy of hard-earned wisdom begins to dim among narratives of struggle heard faintly, if at all. Stories of resilience and forebears' triumphs become echoes, fading in a landscape ruled by the present ease. This erosion marks the importance of preserving wisdom, cultivated through time and storm, breaststrokes against the encroaching tide of amnesia. We must nurture the communal memory, restore dialogue with past resilience, thus sustaining not simply survival, but the richness of collective spirit. Guardian of society's essence, the spirit, frays amidst individual ease, unravelling the fabric of unity. The pursuit of personal comfort gently corrodes the bonds of community, subtly shifting the communal throughways. Individual achievements take precedence over shared experiences, loosening the tightly woven fabric that binds and births unity. As pursuit of ease whispers distractions, the broader spirit of empathy and cooperation frays an early collapse's harbinger. Amidst comfort, a blindness descends, and the risk of ignoring decay's signs emerges, a willful rejection of foretold collapse. Conditioned by continual gratification, society might turn away from signals of unravelling, those whispers of discontent masked by stability's illusion. The ancient art of interpreting change's signs dulls, replaced by selective perception, leaving threats unheeded and unchallenged. Comfort corrupts leadership, indulging in success yet starving resilience. Detached from the crucible of adversity, leaders often find their authority crumbled. Without trials to test their mettle, leaders risk becoming figures paralysed, their credibility a mere shadow of former strength. Machiavellian insights remind us, leaders in their drift toward complacency squander potential unless grounded by the grit necessary for fostering true growth and prosperity. But, nestled within the quiet of unchecked comfort cries, the revitalization of wisdom. How do we move through complacency, rediscovering the growth it promised to aid? Through embracing mindful discomfort. Tiny doses of disruption serve as antidotes to ingrained ease, a gentle shake from comfort's embrace. This mindful discomfort promotes rejuvenation, reviving resilience that sleeps dormant, neglected. By welcoming this interplay, one nurtures wisdom, ensuring its longevity amidst lavishness. In comfort's shadow, a legacy endangers itself, threatening obsolescence without the renewal of resilience. Here lies the sacred weaving of past mentorship with future aspirations, an ever-dancing legacy, embracing both growth and history. It is the crafting not of immortality, but of meaningful imprints, an orchestration crafted not by boasts, but by choice against destiny's push. Passages of renewal wrap around our present, a testimony to enduring narrative, through the stalwart guardianship of continual progress and legacy rebirth. Comfort's perils transform to the strength of the bulwark, testifying a true promise of renewal. In the dim glow of twilight, where shadows softly embrace the earth, lies an ancient truth whispered through the eons, a truth that celebrates the embrace of discomfort as a path to true strength. To the wise, discomfort is not a harsh adversary, but a revered teacher, urging us to tread these paths with courageous hearts. Through this gentle struggle, seeds of resilience and self-discovery find fertile ground, rising like tender shoots through the soil of adversity. Imagine, if you will, the philosophy of constructive discomfort, where every challenge is an invitation painted in the dim hues of possibility. It is a call to step beyond the warm cradles of security, where ancient Stoics once roamed in contemplative silence, and modern thinkers ponder in reflective solitude. They remind us that the blade untested in flame remains dull, unable to serve when trial beckons. In this sacred journey, the physical realm invites us into its embrace, gently urging us to the realm of mental fortitude. As we move through this space, participating in humble yet determined endeavours, be it climbing, running, or lifting the universe's weight, we learn a language of progress and patience. Each exertion echoes within, strengthening the resolve of the spirit as the body learns resilience through steadfast dedication. Now invite your mind to the silent halls of conflict's embrace, where principled discord becomes a delicate dance of growth. Within the tension lies the alchemy of transformation, where differing views act not as foes, but as catalysts for dialogue and understanding. Through this crucible, we emerge with empathy deepened and perspectives broadened, united by the bonds forged in fiery discourse. And what of voluntary hardships, the lessons of self-imposed restraint? These are tales of fasting, minimal living, and digital abstinence, stitched with threads of gratitude and self-sufficiency. as seasons of plenty pass into the gentle scarcity of chosen struggle, we learn to discern between the fleeting desires of want and the steadfast needs of survival. In these rituals, the heart prepares silently for the unexpected storms of existence. In our restless dance with the status quo, let us honour the unease found in questioning established truths. Herein lies the essence of evolution, a willingness to challenge and be challenged, to unsettle and be unsettled. Through this gentle defiance, we awaken creativity's spirit, crafting innovations that rival the morning sun's warmth in their boundless potential. Amidst this tapestry of experience are the rituals and routines, the solemn anchors amidst life's endless stream. They are sacred spaces of introspection, carved from the quiet moments of journaling and meditation, where our shadows are exposed to the light's tender gaze. Within these rhythms, we learn to navigate our own depths, peeling away illusions to reveal the authentic self, hidden beneath layers of safety and complacency. As we tread softly on the path of letting go, let us embrace the grace of non-attachment, the serene acceptance of impermanence. In a world enamoured with the pursuit of control, this act requires vulnerability, a courage more profound than any seen in battle. Through forgiveness, we release chains of past grievances, transforming pain into understanding, freeing ourselves to walk unburdened towards truth and healing. Embracing discomfort, we sketch the story of self-authorship, crafting identities grounded not in society's fleeting praises, but in the unwavering principles of the soul. We step into the unknown, challenge preconceived notions, prioritizing the unclear call of our heart's song over the clear din of external expectations. Here, among the whispers of discomfort's wisdom, we find sovereignty, a sovereign tale penned by the self's intentional hand. Communal adversity summons a symphony of unity, notes of strength resonating profoundly within the collective heart. As individuals join hands in shared trials, they discover not only individual resilience, but a shared narrative that binds them with threads of courage and compassion. This unity transcends adversity, forming a collective memory of resilience that echoes through time, transforming challenges into harmonies of hope. Finally, imagine the path forward, where like tendrils of light dancing at dawn, we weave elements of discomfort into our daily lives. This gentle embrace ensures resilience becomes our closest companion, ever ready to guide us through life's myriad challenges. We learn to balance on discomfort's tightrope, take risks that dance along the edges of growth's horizon, nurturing both individual and communal potential within this sacred balance. So, tread softly, dear traveller, where Machiavellian echoes meet the wisdom of discomfort. As ancient mist unfurls beneath the gentle caress of dawn, may these lessons guide your steps, a journey weaving strength, resilience, and profound transformation. In the quiet embrace of the night, where whispers of the wind tell stories untold, we journey into the heart of resilience, a tapestry woven with threads of discomfort and strength. Picture a path that meanders through a forest shrouded in mist. This is the domain of resilience. Here, discomfort is not an unkind stranger, but a mentor in disguise, urging us gently to stretch beyond the cocoon of familiarity and touch the vastness of our latent potential. It is through discomfort that life carves paths into our souls, transforming stagnant waters into rushing streams of vitality and growth. As we wander deeper into this tale, imagine the seamless blend of comfort and challenge. A delicate dance where each step is a whisper on the wind, allowing us to lean into the nourishing arms of ease, while daring the fire of challenge to mould our spirit. This balance, fragile yet profound, guides us in crafting the narrative of resilience, ensuring that we do not lose ourselves to the seduction of complacency, nor the reckless fervour of endless trials. In this balance lies the harmony of life, teaching us the art of surviving amidst chaos while flourishing in peace. Journey further, and the notion of strength unveils its many faces. It is not merely the flex of muscle or the endurance of the body. Rather, it is the gentle strength found in the mind's clarity, in emotions held tenderly as the heart opens, accepting vulnerability as an ally. Strength emerges in the practice of mindfulness, the quiet ritual of journaling, or even the serene rhythm of meditation. Practices that bind us to our inner self, like roots seeking nourishment deep within the earth. Now, under the canopy of shadow trees, we confront our internal conflicts, echoes of fear and desire, aspiration and hesitation. Courage here is not the roar of a storm, but the still, small voice that rises within, guiding us with gentle resolve to face the mirror of truth. These inner battles enrich our resilience, teaching us the nuanced art of tuning into our authentic selves, of finding clarity amidst the echoes of doubt and dreams. As our journey unfolds, we find vulnerability softly woven into strength's tapestry, revealing that true power gives voice to both weakness and wisdom. In the candid acceptance of our imperfections, we build bridges of empathy, nurturing connections that fortify our spirits against life's tempests. Vulnerability becomes a mirror, reflecting strength in its most human form, tender yet unbreakable. In the realm of shadows, Carl Jung's wisdom illuminates our path, urging us to explore the hidden recesses of ourselves, where our shadow resides. There, in the tender embrace of introspection, we unveil hidden potentials, letting light dance with darkness, transforming fears into wisdom and shadows into allies. This dance between shadow and light deepens our resilience, offering insight and solace in knowing our whole selves, not just fragments. Solitude, the gentle companion of reflection, whispers tales of introspection, carving out sacred spaces where silence speaks louder than words. It is here we find the quiet stillness that echoes within, allowing us to ponder the lessons of past experiences, preparing us with wisdom etched by time. In solitude, we cultivate an intimate dialogue that nourishes resilience, ensuring our souls remain anchored amid the tumultuous seas of existence. Incorporate into this reverie the gentle rituals of resilience that ground us, those daily acts of mindfulness and gratitude that serve as anchors in life's tides. Like the sun rising unfailingly each dawn, these practices bring structure and meaning, nurturing a mindset that embraces life with both gentle strength and unwavering adaptability. Through these rituals, resilience becomes not just an abstract concept, but a living, breathing habitat within us. Letting go becomes our liberator, allowing us to shed the remnants of what no longer serves, to free our spirits from the chains of past hurts and regrets. In this release lies transformation, an open door to new experiences where every choice is a brushstroke, painting the canvas of our lives with hope and renewal. As we let go, we gather strength, not from clinging to the past, but from embracing the present and stepping into the potential of the unknown. And as the mist begins to lift, revealing the path we've traversed, honour this journey of resilience, a sacred odyssey where each step, each breath, is etched with lessons learnt and strength found. This is not a journey with a final destination, but a continual, unfolding where we meet ourselves anew with each dawn. Embrace this path with gratitude and let it guide you to a future where resilience shapes every heartbeat, every dream realised, and every storm weathered. As we conclude this narrative, delicately woven with strands of philosophy and psychology, I invite you to reflect upon these themes and explore how they echo in your own life. If these insights have resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and continue this journey with us. After all, the path of resilience is a shared one, illuminated by the light of collective learning and growth.